From Chaos, it seems, we see Byron, we see Lamb come through, which obviously
runs circles around the team. It will make the difference, but the thing is they are quite susceptible to stuns and CCs, so it's something that I think they need to prepare for in the upcoming fight.
Yeah, J-Moon going for the Motsu this time around. So again, a little bit different to the Mai Shiranui, something a little bit more long range, right? Something that sets up those plays into the latter part of the game. But we're already seeing once again that same Sungun dance in the mid lane, but we have both of these teams going head to head right now. Taking a lot of damage is that Hugh Huan and the Zhongfei.
Yep, so Necro went for a more defensive build, right? So level 1, he went for the Leaping Savior instead of the Forbidden Domain. Not sure whether that was the best call, because now the wave clear is going to be suffering. And on the side, okay, Uzaya TZ does get the steal away, so he does protect the camp in terms of EXP. So Chaos, they survived the first initial aggression.
They are fighting the initial aggression there between both Chaos and Moonlight, and I think they're going to need to keep doing those kind of strats, right? They need to make sure that they can keep as much resources for themselves, because if it goes anything like game 1, they don't want to be bankrupt into that 4th minute, Kin.
Oh yeah, for sure. And this means your rotations need to be carefully thought out. We might have the first engage here.
Oh! Okay, level 4 coming from the Lamb there, trying to push J-Moon into his teammates, but wasn't quite working out that way. We are seeing the monkey go over the wall. Sorry, the bubbles are coming through onto Ray, and this time around it is Nong coming through with the first blood.
Yep, and now you start to see, right, why Moonlight's draft looks so scary. This is the concern about the CC properties offered by the side of Moonlight. Once again, very hard to deal with. They have the Mankey with the Dream Roam. More importantly, level 4 Sunsa. We've already seen how Bye Bye likes to do it, and it is a disaster if you allow him to just roam freely as such.
Yeah, you need to keep him locked in place, but I don't think Byron is going to be the hero that is allowed to do that, right? Because as soon as he takes eyes off of the sunset and the sails are being set, you don't know where he's going to land, and you just kind of hope on the side of Team Chaos he's not going to land in your lane.
Yep, I mean, if you're on equal terms, they both clear the lanes pretty quickly, right? In a matchup of Byron against Sunsa. But now that they have that extra EXP because of the assists, it might make that difference that might kill off that early game status for the side of Chaos.
Yes, nice cannon blast there by the Motsu as well, but we are getting that Lamb trying to just pull back Nong into the enemy, their own turrets, but no, here we are seeing Liam come through with almost a triple man knockup, but thanks to those intargetable abilities from the Zhongfei, from the Huon, was able to negate that triple man knockup, because that could have been huge for an engage for Moonlight.
Yeah, but still, it's a big win for Moonlight, because now they've exhausted that unbridled outburst. It means this Zhongfei is not going to be a super tanky support for the time being, right? Your Leaping Savior can only give you that much shield value. And at this point, with the growth they have, Moonlight are very painful.
Very painful indeed. We're seeing that there's a slight lead in the farm lane for Lady Sun. Nothing to write home about, it seems. It's only a few hundred gold, but this is a hero you don't want to allow to gain that late game activation quicker than she needs to. But again, we're already seeing this 3v1 in the mid lane, Kin. It's always Ray, Uzar, and then we see Necro as well going against Nong, but Nong's doing a great job just keeping that mid lane neutralized, so they don't take that T1. But speaking of T1 takedowns, the farm lane T1 does go down on the side of Moonlight, and we're seeing some action at these neutral objectives as well.
Yeah, I think Moonlight has shown a very clear understanding of what good trades are. At this point, it's a 1v1 on the top lane.
1v1 on the top lane between Bye Bye and Boppa as well, but Nong is coming around to try and give a little bit of a helping hand, push these minions through, but Set Sail's coming through, so is that going to be an unfortunate Byron? They go for the flank with the Set Sail. Byron is not probably going to get, oh, he survives. I thought he was not going to die there, but thanks to Ray pushing back Bye Bye into their T1 turret, really kept Byron alive.
Yep, huge turnaround, but the fight is not over just yet.
Yes, Cannon Blast trying to set up some sort of engage here for Moonlight. Liempo is just looking like he's trying to be a ninja, but this guy is a little bit too big to be a ninja at this point. He's just trying to make sure that they don't have any kind of vision on the Liempo, because a big engage from that seismic toss could be huge.
Well, I really like the recovery on the side of Chaos, right? That this is a much better performance than Game 1. And if you take a look at it, they have managed to itemize themselves a little bit better this time, but the damage is pain.
Unbridled Outrage comes through, giving the Zhang Fei a little bit more of a backbone in this team fight. He's soaking a lot of the damage, so it enables Nong to go down. Are we going to be able to see Chaos pick up a few more kills in this team fight? But I think one blood for that T1 mid lane trade is not worth it on the side of Chaos.
Well, nonetheless, we take the small wins, right? I think Chaos, while that may not have been the ideal situation, you can see the benefits of the draft, right? The merits of the draft as well. Right now, Adam, for the first time in game number 2, he does have some decent itemization. He will have the Eternity Blade, so he does have some damage it's going to offer to the side of Chaos. In the meantime, you take a look at the flip side. Here's where it gets difficult, because Nong on this Mankey has the Burning Cape already. He's going to be able to not just burn them down, but he also offers the anti-regen properties.
Yeah, and when you're going against something like the Lamb, that's something that's very, very useful, but then also to try and negate the Huon's healing potential as well. But it's already looking like Moonlight have a solid, clean priority on these T1s on the Gorge in Game 2 right now. There's only one left standing, and the only thing between that is Zhang Fei and Long coming through here. He's going to be able to clean up the minions. The Unbridled Outrage comes through, trying to go into the back line, but it just doesn't look like Lung is doing enough damage here, but we speak about that a little bit too soon. Zhang Fei is able to claim the kill into the Clash lane. He's trying to keep Atom alive, but for how long we see the dragon takes to the sky, but it looks like it's going to be enough for Atom to stay alive in that interaction.
Yep, I think it was just a little bit of a miscalculation here, and you can see Nanohana already dealing so much damage. This Lady Sun already has so many big items on hand. Axe of Torment with the armor penetration as well. It is proving to be money's worth. Not only that, Master Sword as well. So increased damage after every rolling raid. It's not a situation that, you know, Chaos are very comfortable with now. Now, bear in mind, 40 seconds more, it is going to be the Overlord that's going to be open up.
Yes, Overlord will be opening up soon as well. We are getting into the point where it seemed like in Game 1, Moonlight already had the bag secured for that Game 1 victory, right? But this time around, I feel like Chaos is actually giving a fair fight. Hopefully, we'll see a 1-1 victory. But right now, that is going to be an assault onto the T2 turret into the farm lane. They're able to keep it alive just for now on the side of Team Chaos.
Yeah, they just have to pick their fights really carefully. At this point, they haven't found an entry to be able to touch onto Nanohana, but here we go. And that's where, you know, things get a little bit spicy. But here we go.
A little bit spicy, and we're speaking of spicy engages there. We don't know if the Baal and Nong want to try and commit to an engage here, but with now they have Sunset, Motsu, and Lady Sun in the mid lane. It looks like they are able to scare away Team Chaos and hopefully try and push for this second neutral objective, trying to take a second Tyrant in their belt. But we are seeing a bit of a team fight here, whilst we see Nong go for the Tyrant, and there we are, Monkey into the back of the line there, trying to just knock down the Long from doing so much damage onto the squishy heroes on the side of Moonlight. But there we go, Lady Sun pick up a kill onto the Byron. Are they done yet? It looks like not just yet. Nong just pushing back Yuzar into that mid lane T1 as they are trying to take this neutral objective.
Yeah, Chaos trying to establish a little bit more control. It's not really working out in their favor at this point. The fact that Nong can work on his own against 4 different members on the side of Chaos tells you the story that how much they're struggling at this point, because that allows for the side of Moonlight to really just isolate. We have, as we've seen, Ray all on his own. Lam is great, he does have a lot of damage, but what can you do against the likes of 4 different members that are so tanky for Moonlight?
Yeah, it's only going to get harder for Ray as well, because you see the Venomous Staff comes through onto the Motsu as well, and there we are. I'm already saying it, that Ray's going to have a harder time with all this anti-heal, this anti-regen coming through on the side of Moonlight. And they're kind of just pushing them towards the back of the ropes, right? They're trying to keep them playing on that back foot. But is this something where Chaos may shine? Is playing on the back foot? We're yet to see.
Yeah, we'll see. Because at this point, it looks like the standard pattern that has been happening is Moonlight are burning a lot of ultimates way before the actual fight happens. And that's when Chaos gets caught off.
The control on that set sail is just beautiful. Just everyone always expects the set sail to come from the head on, but bye-bye with this Sunset is always getting those back ganks. He is just making sure that your blind spot is going to be completely blinded by the Moonlight of Bye-bye on the Sunset. But it looks like they're going to go for the Overlord here. Shadow Overlord coming through for the side of Moonlight. It's just going to make for a much aggressive pressures in these lanes for Moonlight.
Yep, finally we're seeing some defensive measures coming out from Ray here. He's going to get the Pure Sky in his hands, but is it enough? Yes, he can activate the Pure Sky for reduction of damage, but so far it looks like damage galore coming in from the side of Moonlight as they work on the tier 2 as well. It's just fights all 3 lanes. This is Moonlight. They're looking for so many things at the same time.
Yes, so we have Bebe trying to go for a 2v2 against Lung and the Zhongfei, but it's not going to work out in his favor. No matter how good you are on the Sunset, you are not going to be able to take that 2v1 against Lung. And Zhongfei able to pick up that T1 as well, but I think it's a little bit too late for T1s as we're getting into that 12-minute mark. And we have the Vanguards at the Crystal. Higher ground turrets are falling on the side of Chaos, and they're only just starting to pick up T1s, kid.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you can see Moonlight showing a lot of respect, right? If we take a look at the itemization, I am so happy with the itemization by the Lian Pool, right? Debalson working so hard, already has the Frigid Charge. That's going to allow him to go even deeper in the fight. He does not care about the stuns now. He's going to get a 12% increment of health in terms of a shield. That is a huge deficit to the side of Chaos.
Yeah, when you think of a hero like Lian Po, he's already pretty tanky, but given that 12% increase as well when he's given the shield, that's kind of scary, especially if the side of Chaos don't necessarily have much penetration. And from what I'm seeing over here, just scaring over the itemization, they don't really have much in their favor.
Yep, it's tough, but you know what? They have to just buy time. Chaos, they have bought enough. You know, at this point, Adam has made sure that whatever gold they could funnel is funneled into his arms. He does have the Starbreaker as well, so there is a decent amount of burst, but right now they need the tanks to survive, and it's not looking like so.
Yeah, Cannon Blast going into the backline onto the Q1, so then goes a lot of sustainability for the side of Chaos, and down goes the Zhongfei, so there is the backbone, down goes their damage, which is the Byron as well. Only Lung and Lam are the last surviving members on the side of Team Chaos, and it looks like they are to take a defeat. Congratulations to Moonlight taking